Okay, Pragyansh, so let's start your HR for State Bank of India probationary officer post. So very brief introduction from your side.
Okay. My name is Pragyansh Saxena. I am from Shajapur, Madhya Pradesh. My father works in MPPGSL, Madhya Pradesh Power Generating Company. He's a senior stenographer, and my mother is a housemaker. And they both are very hardworking and hardworking persons. And I have one brother who also work in power plant, in NTPC power plant in Singrauli. He's a manager, and I have my schooling I have done my schooling in Kendriya Vidyalaya Shajapur. I was a school captain and class topper in my class, and I secured IIT JEE rank, all India rank 8,000, and eventually got selected in SGS ITS Indore for engineering. I have done my engineering from SGS ITS Indore in 2016 in mechanical branch, and after that I was preparing for UPSC exam and now I'm trying for SBI PO.
You're a mechanical engineer, right?
Yes, sir.
So what made you decide to go for banking job, Pragyansh, being mechanical engineer?
Yes, sir. Actually, I was very interested in officer like jobs. I've seen several. In my family, some people are in officer level job, and so I was very interested. I was inspired by their persona, and so I was aspiring to become an officer. So initially, I was trying to become an IAS officer, and after giving my best of attempts and getting some learning from there, and also so that's why now I'm trying to become a probationary officer in SBI, which is also a great
but
job.
You can become officer in engineering also, right?
Yes, but still I thought that engineering, it would be more of technical type of officer, and
You think the banking is not technical?
Sure, sir, it is technical, but it would be more interesting to deal with public, I think.
Okay, tell me how will be better PO than a commerce graduate who has more knowledge of economy and commerce?
Sure, sir, the commerce student might have a better knowledge, but I think as an engineer, I would bring something different to table because of my scientific temperament and dealing. And there are like several government schemes which are dealing with, say, entrepreneurs and startups. So I can maybe better understand their requirements. So I may deal with them in better manners. Also,
okay. So do you know anything about the banking system of India?
Yes, sir, a bit. Banking system.
Okay, can you tell me the relation between RBI and the banks?
RBI is a governing body whose main role is to determine monetary policy and regulate banking system in India. So RBI is a head governing body, and it regulates how bank perform. It can even penalize bank if not performing as per its guidance.
Okay, who is the governor of RBI right now?
Shashikant Das.
And what is his background?
He is an IAS officer. He was earlier finance secretary. I'm not very, I don't know very much detail about him, but as far as I know, he was financial secretary in government of India.
Can you name some, our former prime minister who was also finance secretary?
Finance secretary. I'm not sure, but yes, I can recall that Dr. Manmohan Singh was former RBI governor.
Was he finance secretary also?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so can you tell me when were the banks nationalized and what was the reason for that?
The SBI was nationalized in 1955. It was an imperial bank.
Was it nationalized that time or was it formed that time?
Yes, sir, it was formed earlier, by the name of Imperial Bank of India. In 1955, it was nationalized by or RBI gaining its 60% of stake.
Prakash, which is the oldest bank of India?
Bank of Calcutta, I guess, which was eventually merged with other imperial banks to form imperial.
Have you heard about Awadh Bank?
I'm forgetting about it.
Okay, which is the largest bank in India as of now?
SBI.
Okay, and private sector?
Private sector, ICICI Bank.
What do you mean by bad bank?
Bad banks are recently been proposed by government. Although ideas was around for a bit, but it was to deal with NPA problem in which the other banks can sell their NPAs to these banks so that these they can collect from it and can recollect the money which were given as loan, and whatever profit is generated will be their net revenue.
Prakash, you must have gone through the budget speech of finance minister.
Not yet, sir.
You're not gone through?
I'm trying to, but due to some issue I done. But I'm
Okay,
going.
when the railway budget is presented?
But it used to be presented. It was 2-3 years back. It used to be presented separately, but now it is being merged with union budget itself.
So okay, so this budget which was presented by finance minister, do you think railway budget was also in the part of that?
I haven't seen the details right now, sorry sir. But
what is the meaning of Pragyansh?
Pragyansh, it is made up of two words. Pragya means wisdom, and Ansh means part of it. So it is part of wisdom.
Okay. So I'm very sure you will bring the wisdom to bank also if you join us.
Sure.
Pragyansh?
Sir. Yes.
Let me give you the feedback.
Okay. Sir.
Pragyansh, this you in the introduction you need not to mention about your IIT JEE ranks and IIT JEE and all these things. That was little long.
Okay, sir.
And you were preparing for UPSC and you were not very clear, could not answer why as mechanical engineer you want to join banking system. You need to convince yourself that engineer in bank will be asset for bank. Digitalization is going on.
Yes, sir.
New technologies are coming up.
Yes, sir.
Today you talk about industry 4.0.
Yes, sir. Sure.
There are Internet of Things. As technocrat, certainly you have an edge. If commerce or economic background has edge in these things, then as technocrat, you has edge in that. Maybe your PR, maybe your economy or finance may not be the best thing, but your technology and digitalization, those things can be the best.
Yes, sir.
Stress on that. Digitalization and all these things.
Okay.
And why PO banking jobs? Sir, actually, after graduation, I started preparing for civil services.
Yes, sir.
And I started exploring the domains for me. One point of time, I thought of, I was having a couple of options. One, to join administrative jobs. Another,
yes,
to join management jobs. Third, to join in the banking system, financial jobs. I started with civil services preparation. In that, I started liking the financial system and economic subjects.
Yes, sir.
So from there, I kept option for me. Either I will get into civil services, or if I am not in position to do that, then next option I kept for myself was banking job because of purely my interest.
Okay. So
that is how you have to say that.
So yeah, I am facing the same problem because if I would quote that IS was my first primary aim, so would it make a negative impact?
No. Be honest. Be honest. I don't think honesty is ever penalized. Okay, and this is the guys who will be interviewing you, they also know this. Presently, RBI governor is IAS officer.
Yes, sir, I can mention that.
You understand that? So you can refer that somewhere. Manmohan Singh ji, he was economist, but he was finance secretary also. He was RBI governor also. Yes, he was economist. He was teaching as a professor of economy in a foreign university, and then he was joined as a finance secretary, and then as RBI governor, and then he became finance minister, and then become prime minister. So you should pursue your interest. Then only you can give your best. So your engineering background is not a constraint. It is in fact a set for you and for any banking system, because you will be technically sound.
Yes, sir.
So that is how you have to justify. First, you have to convince yourself, and that passion should be reflected in your answer.
Okay, sir.
As of now, you're lacking confidence. You yourself, you are sitting with the double-minded thing that, okay, am I right for this job or not right? Am I suitable for this job or not? You are very sure you are suitable for this job. If that confidence comes to you, then that will be reflected in the interview board room also.
Yes, sir.
Go with confidence.
Okay.
देखो पास फेल होना तो भगवान जानता है, तुम नहीं जानते, लेकिन कॉन्फिडेंस तो तुम रख सकते हो। और बिंदास बिंदास बोलो, इंजीनियरिंग तो ऐसी कम्युनिटी है, हम वो स्पीशीज हैं which are everywhere.
ये तो है सर।
Go to civil services, will be the best civil servant. If you go to banking, will be the best bankers. IITs, IIMs में हम भरे पड़े हैं, IITs से बैंकिंग में हम जाते हैं, फॉरेन के बैंक्स को हम चला रहे हैं।
हाँ सर।
Understand? So engineering is a community which is actually technically sound people, and there is no organization where technology or use of technology or technological penetration is not required. It is required everywhere. तो पहले अपने आप को कन्विंस करो, फिर तुम उनको श्योरली कन्विंस कर लोगे। साहब सिविल सर्विस ज्वाइन करना चाहता था, नहीं हुआ, इसमें क्या गलत है? इसमें क्या गलत है बताओ? मैं ट्राई करना चाहता, मैं जाना चाहता था। So they will say this is your second choice. Yes sir, this was my alternate option for me. Yes, that was sir, that is true. कोई गलत नहीं इसमें, क्या गलत है इसमें? झूठ कहाँ बोला इसमें? कुछ you pursue your interest. So क्या तुम्हें जो satisfaction वहां चाहिए थी वो यहाँ मिल जाएगी? बिल्कुल मिलेगी सर, because there is also public dealing. Here also you have public dealing. There also you wanted to make some changes. Here also I want to make some changes. क्या चेंजेस आप कर सकते हैं? तो आप सोचो बैंकिंग सिस्टम में क्या प्रॉब्लम है और आप क्या चेंज करके लाओगे। सोशल इंक्लूसिव प्रोग्राम ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट, सोशली इंक्लूसिव प्रोग्राम ऑफ गवर्नमेंट, लाइक बैंकिंग सिस्टम से सबको जोड़ना, कन्विंस करना लोगों को,
फाइनेंशियल
माइक्रो फाइनेंस मॉडल,
माइक्रो फाइनेंसिंग।
सोचो ना यार, एज बैंकिंग ऑफिसर क्या काम करोगे? तो पैशन लेके अगर तूने खुद को कन्विंस कर लिया तो हिंदी में बोल, अंग्रेजी में बोल, तू उनको भी कर लेगा कन्विंस। बिल्कुल सर। पर खुद को कन्विंस करके भाई साहब क्या प्रॉब्लम है, पंजाब प्रोबेशनरी ऑफिसर बनके मैं अच्छा काम करने वाला हूँ, तो दे शुड फील कि यार लो लड़के को पैशन है इसके अंदर। वो उनको पैशन चाहिए प्रियांश, और कुछ नहीं चाहिए प्रियांश, उनको चाहिए पैशन कि हाँ ये सूटेबल है, और कॉन्फिडेंस दिखना चाहिए तेरे आवाज में। ओके सर, कॉन्फिडेंस दिखना चाहिए, राइट? ओके सर, वो इंक्लूड करो एंड गो फॉर सम मोर एचआरस, फाइन, वर्क ऑन दिस। ओके।
तो सर मतलब ये एचआर सेशन क्या रोज रहेंगे कि
ले सकते हो तुम? हाँ करो। अच्छा
सर, और सर मैं 14th को ही रहेगी वो इंटरव्यू, तो टाइम
बिल्कुल।
हाँ, और मुझे मतलब थोड़ा जीडी में मेरा प्रिपरेशन थोड़ा और करना है।
यस, जीडी स्टार्ट करो कल से, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम।
कल से बोल दूं, मतलब मैडम को बोलना है,
एग्जीक्यूटिव को बोलो कि ज्वाइन करें।
अच्छा।